part 2 of Living with Fire, we told the story of 2 disastrous fires from 1940 that put the Big Bear Village on lockdown. In this part 3 episode, we are going to tell you about a 1940s fire that was literally the most destructive fire in Big Bear history, and of the consequences that followed.
This is today's Big Bear Middle School. Across the street on Georgia is this gas station. Back in the 1940s, this property was the location of a commercial butane storage tank facility for the Betterly's Gas Company.
This next view looks north down Georgia towards Big Bear Boulevard, and we see the gas station on the right. And this is what the same view looked like on July 18th, 1946, when one of the commercial butane storage tanks began leaking, causing one of the most devastating fires in the history of Big Bear Lake.
The blast and fire destroyed homes up to 200 yards away and threatened the entire neighborhood for about 300 yards in all directions. The Grizzly reported that an earthquake the previous morning had loosened a valve mechanism, which started a slow leak that eventually erupted into flame.
This disaster prompted local residents and camp owners to immediately lobby county supervisors for new regulations requiring that both of Big Bear's commercial butane and propane storage facilities be moved from high-density population areas to a more remote location. And they got it. But the question was, where would be a safe location?
This is the east side of the Garston Drive, Moonridge Road, and Big Bear Boulevard intersection, as it looked back in the 1920s and 30s. At the time of the butane explosion disaster, this intersection was still pretty much undeveloped, so it was decided that those highly flammable storage facilities would be relocated out here to the west side of the intersection, and they were.
What is interesting to note is that they are still here today, and it is now one of the busiest intersections in the Big Bear Valley. It makes you wonder what those Big Bear residents in the 1940s would have thought if they knew that over the next 70 years, future generations would allow the area around these tank facilities to be fully developed, with businesses, restaurants, retail stores, and even a hospital located just a few hundred yards away.
But this wasn't the end of the string of disastrous fires in the 1940s. In part 4 of Living with Fire, we will present a couple more fires and show how they affected the evolution of firefighting in Big Bear Valley.
If you want to see our latest Big Bear Lake historical videos, as soon as they become available, like and follow us on Facebook, or go to our fascinating Big Bear YouTube channel and click our subscribe button.
And that's it for now.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.